Hello and welcome to my channel where I share with you the best tips and tricks to boost your sales skill and grow your business. In today's video, I'm going to reveal to you 7 sales techniques that will help you sell anything to anyone. These techniques are based on proven psychological principles and real-world examples, and they will make you a more confident and persuasive salesperson. So without further ado, let's get started. Number first, control the conversations. The first technique is to control the conversation. This means that you should be the one who sets the agenda, guides that follow and ask the questions. You want to avoid letting the prospect take over the conversation and steer it in a direction that is not beneficial for you. Instead, you want to keep the focus on their need, their pain point, and how your product or services can solve them. One way to control the conversation is to use the spin selling method, which stands for situation, problem, implication, and need payoff. This method helps you ask the right question at the right time and uncover the prospect's true motivation and objection. So here's how it works. Situation, you ask questions to understand the current situations of the prospect, such as their background, goals, challenges, and preferences. The problem, you ask questions to identify the specific problems or difficulties that the prospect is facing and how they affect their situation. Implications, you ask questions to explore the consequences and implications of the problem and how they impact the prospect's goals, performance, or satisfactions. And need payoff, you ask questions to elicit the benefits and value that the prospect would gain from solving their problems and how your product or service can help them achieve that. By using the spin method, you can control the conversation and lead the prospect to realize that have a problem that need to be solved and that you have the solution that they need. And second thing when it comes to the selling anything to anyone is give value. The second technique is give value. This means that you should provide something of value to the prospect before asking for anything in returns. This could be in the form of informations, educations, advice, insight, or resources that can help them with their situations or problem. By giving value, you can build rapport, trust, and credibility with the prospect and positions yourself as an expert and a trusted advisor. One way to give value is to use the 10x rule, which states that you should aim to deliver 10 times more value than what you expect to receive. For example, if you want to sell a product that costs $100, right? You should try to give the prospect 1,000 worth of value in the form of free content, consultations, demos, trials, or bonuses. By doing this, you can create a positive impressions, a sense of reciprocity, and a strong desire to buy from you. So number 3 is building trust. Build trust. This technique is to build trust. This means that you should establish a relationship of trust and confidence with the prospect and make them feel comfortable and secure with you and your product or services. Trust is the foundation of any successful sale, and without it you will have a hard time convincing the prospect to buy from you. One way to build trust is to use CREED method, which stands for credibility, reliability, empathy, and dependability. So this method helps you demonstrate that you are trustworthy and reliable and that you care about the prospect and their needs. Here's how it works. Credibility, you show that you have the credentials, expertise, and experience to back up your claims and promises. You can do this by sharing testimonials, reviews, case studies, awards, or certifications that prove you your authority and reputations. And the second is reliability. You show that you are consistent, dependable, and responsive. You can do this by following up, delivering on your commitments, meeting deadlines and exceeding expectations. Number 3 is empathy. You show that you understand the prospect situations, by standing by their shoes, problems, feelings and goals. You can do this by listening actively, asking open-ended questions, acknowledging their concern and expressing genuine interest and compassion. And number 4 is dependability. You show that you are loyal, supportive and trustworthy. You can do this by being honest, transparent, respectful and ethical, and by avoiding and manipulations, deception or pressure tactics. By using the CRED method, you can build trust and rapport with the prospect and make them more likely to buy from you. And number 4, when it comes to selling, is product belief. The 4th technique is the product belief. This means that you should make the prospect believe in your product or services and how it can solve their problems and improve their situation. You want to create a strong connections between the prospect's need and your product features and benefit, and show them how your product is the best solutions for them. One way to product believe is to use the FAB method, which stands for features, advantage and benefits. This method helps you explain your product or services in a clear and compelling way and highlights its value and uniqueness. Here's how it works. Feature: you describe the characteristics, attributes or specifications of your product or services, such as what is it, what it does or how it works. Advantage: you explain the advantages or benefits of your product or services over other alternatives, such as why it is better, faster, cheaper or easier than the competitions. Benefits: you illustrate the benefits or outcomes that the prospect will get from using your product or services, such as how it will solve their problems, save the time, money or hustle, or improve their situations, performance or satisfaction. By using the FAB method, you can product believe and pursue the prospects to buy from you. Number 5 is helpful. You need to be helpful. So the 5th technique is to be helpful. This means that you should adopt a helpful and a service-oriented attitude and focus on adding value and solving problems for the prospect rather than pushing for a sale. So you want to be seen a helper, not a seller, and someone who genuinely wants to help the product achieve their goals and overcome their challenges. So one way to be helpful is to use the consultative selling approach, which is a sales method that involves acting as a consultant or a coach rather than a salesperson. This approach helps you establish a long-term relationship with prospect and provide them with customized solutions that fit their needs and preferences. Here's how it works. You research the prospect and their situation and identify their goals, challenges, need and want. You ask open-ended questions to understand the prospect's pain point, motivation and expectation, and to uncover their hidden needs and objection. You listen actively. You need to listen actively and empathetically to the prospect and summarize and confirm their answers to show that you understand them. So you educate and inform the prospect about your product or services and how it can help them solve their problem and achieve their desired outcome. So you present your product or services as a solution and tailor it to the prospect's specific needs and preferences. You handle any objection or concerns that the prospect may have and provide evidence and reassurance to overcome them. You ask for the sales and close the deal. By using the consultative selling approach, you can be helpful and service oriented and increase your chances of making a sale. So you can sell to anyone by doing that too. And 6 is honest. The 6th technique is to be honest. This means that you should be truthful, transparent and ethical in your sales interaction and avoid any lies, exaggeration, or manipulations. You want to be seen as a credible and trustworthy source of information and it's someone who respects the prospect and their intelligence. One way to be honest is to use the trust-based selling method, which is a sales method that involves building trust and credibility with the prospect and providing them with the honest and accurate information. This method helps you create a loyal and satisfied customer and avoid any negative consequences or backlash. Here's how it works. You tell the truth and do not make any false or misleading claims or promises. You admit your mistakes and do not try to cover them up or blame others. So you disclose any limitations, risks or drawbacks of your prospect or service and do not hide or minimize them. You respect the prospect's opinions, preferences and decisions and do not force or pressure them to buy from you. You deliver on your promises and do not overpromise or underdeliver. You always underpromise and overdeliver. You follow up and do not ignore or forget the prospect affect the sales. By using this trust-based selling method, you can be honest and ethical and on the prospect trust and respect. And last and final thing is my mindset. Number 7 is mindset. This technique is to have the right mindset. This means that you should have a positive and confident attitude and believe in yourself, your product or services, and your ability to sell. You want to overcome any fears, doubt, or negative thoughts that may hold you back, and instead focus on your goals, your strengths, and your potential. And one way to have the right mindset is to use the SMART goal setting method, which is a method that helps you to set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. This method helps you clarify your vision, motivate yourself, and track your progress. Here's how it works. So, specific. You define your goal in a clear and detailed way and answer the questions of who, what, where, when, why, and how. Measurable. You quantify your goal in a way that can be measured and tracked and use indicators such as number, percentage, or fractions. 3 is achievable. You ensure that your goal is realistic and attainable, and that you have the resources, skills, and strategy to achieve it. And relevant. You align your goals with your purpose, values, and vision and ensure that it matters to you and your audience. Time bound. You set a deadline or a time frame for your goal and create a sense of urgency and accountability. By using the SMART goal setting method, you can have the right mindset and achieve your sales goal. So these are the 7 sales techniques that will help you sell anything to anyone. I hope you found this video helpful and valuable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more sales tips and tricks. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Have a good one.